The easiest way I found to remove the waste yarn from a project is called a Ravel cord. Look at how awesome that is. Now, it could also be called a zipper cord. You might have another name for it. Let me know in the comments. But here's how it works. First, you're going to cast on with what I call waste yarn or scrap yarn onto your project. And I like to do about 5-6 rows of my cast on of waste yarn. This is in a contrasting color that's not a part of your project, but in a similar weight to your project yarn. Once you have it casted on, now we're going to add on 1 row only of our Ravel cord. So I'm going to do this in the neon yellow color. Now it's said that you should do this with like a cotton or a silk yarn as it's going to be stronger. I am using an acrylic yarn and it does work with acrylic yarn. You just have to be careful because the yarn can break when we go to remove the Ravel cord. But you still can get the job done with just a little piece of scrap yarn. Once we have our one row done, now we're going to add on our project yarn, which is going to be this pink purple color. Once we have it added on, then we're going to crank out all of our rows for a project. And if you notice, every time I went to change color, either with my waste yarn, with my Ravel cord, or my project yarn, I always started and stopped on the same needle, which was my white needle, and on the same side. This makes it so you're always keeping your rows even, as well as you're not going to drop a stitch when you're changing color. Once you're done making all your rows for your project, you're going to put the rest of the yarn in the middle of your machine, and now we're going to add on our waste yarn. At this point, for our cast off, you could do 1 row of a Ravel cord and then add your waste yarn for your cast off, but the cast off is easier to remove than the cast on waste yarn, so this one I'm just going to do about 10 rows, let the yarn run out, crank it around till it falls off the machine. Super easy. Now for demonstration purposes of this video, I'm going to close our tube flat with a slip stitch. And this is why it's really important to use different colors for each of your layers, your project, your Ravel cord, and your waste yarn. On this side, I just have my project yarn, and then the neon yellow is my waste yarn. This is the cast off side, and this is going to be the side that's really easy to unravel. But this side that has the darker yellow as my waste yarn, this was the cast on side, and these stitches are more locked into place, so they're a little bit more difficult to remove, which is why it's nice to use a Ravel cord. Now why we want different color stitches. My pink purple is my project yarn, then we have our Ravel cord, then we have this 1 row of pink, which is our project yarn, sandwiched in between the dark yellow and the neon yellow. It's these pink stitches that are our live project stitches that we need to pick up and secure somehow. You can bind them off by crocheting or hand knitting, or you can slip stitch them like I'm going to do and close the tube flat. So I counted my stitches so they're even. I had a 48 needle circular knitting machine, so I counted 24 on each side. So I'm even, and I pick up each stitch, 1 on each side, and we're going to slip stitch 1 into the other. Now I'm going to pick up the next stitch on the right side that's in between the 2 yellows and slip stitch it. Go to the other side, pick up only the pink because that's our live stitch right here that's sandwiched in between the yellows, and slip stitch it. And that's what's going to secure the stitch so it doesn't unravel. Once we have all of our pink purple stitches secured, that is when we can remove our Ravel cord and remove the waste yarn. The waste yarn is just holding the live stitches of the project yarn so they don't unravel once we remove it from the machine. Once we have all the stitches secured, you want to double check to make sure that everything has been picked up, because if we remove our waste yarn at this point and we skipped a stitch, that row will unravel. So here is what it should look like. We kind of have this X shape. If there's a big hole in there, that means we skipped one of the stitches and we need to undo it and pick it up. But it looks like I got them all. So now the fun part, let's remove our Ravel cord. As you remember, this is the cast on side, and this can be the more difficult side to remove the waste yarn because those stitches are locked into place with the tail yarn. But since we have our Ravel cord, if we pull gently like this, so at first it looks like the stitches disappeared, but they are still connected. I pull on both sides, And now once they're both down, we're still connected. We need to remove the yarn completely. And so it's going to bunch up a little bit on you, and that's okay. But this is the part where it could break, so you just need to be a little gentle. And now our waste yarn is removed from our project yarn. It's almost like a magic trick, how fun it does it. I just love it. So now we can save up this yarn, we can frog it and put it in a ball, and we can keep reusing it over and over again as waste yarn for other projects until the fibers get too sticky, where there's too many coming out and it's too pilly. Then I usually throw it away and I'll get new waste yarn, but I can use it quite a few times as a waste yarn, so it works really nice for that. Now this other side, this was the cast off side, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to slip stitch it down to close the tube flat, just like I did on the other side. But as this is the cast off side, the end of the neon yellow yarn, the stitches are not secured at all. So when we go to pull the tail end of this yarn on the first row, it's just going to unravel really easy. So that's why on this side, I don't usually use the ravel cord. But there you go. There's how you can use the ravel cord cast on for your projects to remove waste yarn super easily. And we can finish making our project. Thank you so much everyone for all the likes and follows and comments, and happy crafting.